Have you ever wondered what Halloween looks like through a parent's eyes? Because it's not all pumpkins and candy corn, I'll tell you that much. The night began like any other Halloween, with an air of excitement and just a hint of chaos. I could hear the kids already rummaging around upstairs, rustling through bags of plastic masks, glittery costumes, and last year's glow sticks, which we all knew wouldn't actually glow anymore. I sighed, smiling to myself as I braced for what was to come. I'd spent the entire day balancing work, last-minute costume alterations, and a quick run to the grocery store for extra candy, because let's face it, the stash I bought 2 weeks ago had mysteriously dwindled. Probably had something to do with my late-night snacking. But I wasn't going to admit that to the kids. My youngest, Lily, came charging down the stairs first, dressed as a very sparkly, very pink unicorn. Her horn was slightly crooked, but she didn't seem to mind. "Mom, is it time yet?" she yelled, her eyes wide with excitement. Behind her, my eldest, Jacob, slouched in his zombie costume, arms outstretched, trying to stay in character. He rolled his eyes at his sister's enthusiasm, but I knew deep down he was just as excited. "I'm too old for this," he muttered, but there was a hint of a smile under the fake blood smeared across his face. The pre-trick or treating ritual was in full swing. I double-checked Lily's costume for any stray glitter of futile exercise. Really, grabbed a jacket because the October air was getting colder by the minute, and shouted upstairs for my husband to hurry up. "Where are my shoes?" he hollered back. Honestly, the man could find a needle in a haystack but not his own shoes in the hall closet. We finally made it out the door just as the first wave of kids swept down our street like a tiny, costume stampede. It was madness. Parents wrangling toddlers dressed as pumpkins and superheroes. Teenagers in half-hearted costumes, some wearing only cat ears or a cape. But whatever, they were out there, at least. Lily darted from house to house with the speed of a sugar-fueled cheetah, and I found myself jogging to keep up, holding my coffee in one hand and her discarded candy bag in the other because, of course, she insisted on carrying a bigger, cooler bag that was now too heavy. Jacob hung back, trying to be too cool, but still making sure his bag got filled. "Just in case," he had said, and I laughed at how much he tried to hide that he was still a kid underneath it all. As we moved from house to house, I got into the rhythm. "Say thank you," call out at each door, a voice becoming part of the background noise. I found myself chatting with other parents, comparing notes on the best neighborhoods for full-size candy bars, swapping stories about Halloween's past. At one point, we reached a house that was more haunted attraction than home. It had fog machines, eerie music, and an overzealous dad dressed as Dracula, jumping out from behind a bush. Lily screamed and then laughed so hard she had to sit down on the grass to catch her breath. Jacob tried to act unfazed, but I caught him sneaking a peek over his shoulder every few steps after that. And that's when it happened. We were rounding the corner to the last few houses when I realized I hadn't seen Lily in a few minutes. I felt my heart jump into my throat. I called her name, my voice suddenly sharp with worry, scanning the crowd of little witches, pirates, and minions. There she was, at the end of the block, staring up at a house decorated with giant spiders. She turned to me with a wide-eyed grin. "Mom, can we get one of those for our house next year?" she asked, completely oblivious to the fact that I'd nearly had a panic attack. I laughed, feeling the tightness in my chest dissolve. "May," I replied, knowing full well that it was never going to happen. We had enough trouble with the fake cobwebs. By the time we finally made our way home, the kids' bags were overflowing, and my feet were aching. I watched them dump their treasures onto the living room floor, sorting and trading candies like little sugar-fueled entrepreneurs. Jacob tried to look disinterested, but couldn't help himself when he saw a king-sized Snickers in his sister's pile. As they bickered over who got what, I sat back with a sigh, my coffee long gone cold. Another Halloween in the books. Exhausting? Yes. Chaotic? Absolutely. But seeing their faces light up with pure joy, hearing their laughter echo through the night, I wouldn't trade it for the world. And as I sat there, watching them, I wondered, how many more Halloweens do I have left where they still want me to come along? And just like that, The madness of the night seemed worth every single minute. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching.